So we're gonna talk about the Teep, guys. This is the straight line kicks. I call it the jab cross of the kicking world. In boxing, they say like keep someone at the end of your jab. Well, my leg is longer. I'd rather actually keep someone at the end of my Teep. So we're going to do a bit of a drill here where the biggest thing about the Teep is like because it's a straight line, people will typically just bring up their knee and just kind of snap their foot out, which if your partner is like right in front of you and you really hit that hard, that hurts. That's like a little bit of a stab. But the idea is we're actually moving our partner. And so the way that we'll typically drive that power is with our hips. So even though it's a straight line kick, my hips don't necessarily stay squared up with my partner. They will open up and extend. So for this first drill, basically what I want you guys to do is what's important with the lead Teep and Teeps in general is to have the standing leg right underneath you. So if we're in that even stance, right, I'm either going to take a half step forward or I'm going to shift my weight back onto that leg. Totally doesn't matter. I don't care which one you do. But if it's out here, it will feel weird. You want it to be underneath you. But what I want you to do is with this kick, you see my standing leg is a little bit out already, but I'm going to pick up my knee, find that nice little distance. Everyone's legs are different lengths, so find your distance. And I want you to go ahead and start here and then just practice pushing from that point. I want you to practice pushing with your hip on that kick. And what it looks like full speed, right? If I'm teeping shoe, that's what it looks like. So you are bringing your knee up and you are still using that motion, but again, your hip is really driving that power through. So for this first drill, you'll start with your foot up and then you'll just push. Let's just say we'll do 3 of those. Push, foot up, push. And then you can switch to your rear side. Put your rear leg up, same thing, push. And you'll notice my hips almost completely turn to the wall whenever I end here. So foot up, push. Foot up, push. So do that 3 times each leg and then just switch it over to your partner. I want your leg up already. So find that spot on the pad, work your balance for a second, and then just work that hip extension on that Teep. All right, how did that feel? Different? Yeah. Again, this is good enough to just put your foot up and just throw like this. But if you can find that extra length, it's kind of like when we punch. If I just punch here, that's fine. If I hit someone, cool. But if I want more reach, my shoulder's gonna come into it. It's that same concept. My leg can only go so far. From here, it can go further with just pulling this hip forward. And then that is going to stretch out that hip flexor. So that's why we did some hip flexor work earlier.